Beso? Ginaygit? Beso? Hello friends, we back for another anime OP and ending reaction. Today we're checking out Baki the Grappler. So, people tell me it's an MMA-esque show, right? Which is definitely not something common as far as animes go. I think this was done in the 90s, and that was like when MMA really just started to pick up notice. So, you know, props to the writers because I believe this would have been like ahead of its time, right? So it's one of those. People tell me that there are powers in the show, which, I guess it's not too MMA-ish if there's powers, right? There has to be some. It's just like Dragon Ball used to be like martial arts, and then they started adding, techniques like illusions and beams and all that. So without further ado, let's check out the first opening.
男と生まれたからには誰でも一生のうち一度は夢見る地上最強の男。グラップラーとは地上最強の男を目指す格闘士のことである。
Dynamite Tommy. Yo, it said Naruto Uzumaki there. Is that just me? Oh, he has a scar. Wow. I'll never give up in changing the world. Sean. Huh. Okay. Opening 1. Visually nothing really spectacular, right? It was just working out. We see this big guy, we fight, and then we do some shadow boxing. Song was really out there, right? We do not get Europop for animes. Like that never really happens, right? It's normally rock, and then it's rare that we get techno. There are some jazz there, like I think Jojo has like a jazz intro, but Europop is really rare. It's very Dance Revo-esque. There's a good number of points there that reminded me of Neon from Ruby. If you guys are familiar with the show, you can tell which parts I mean by that. So yeah, interesting, very interesting, right? Check out opening 2. So we got 3D here. Interesting. Oh, Dynamite Tommy is the producer, I see. Is that organs? Hmm. Interestingly enough, opening to opening to sounded like an ending, right? It's not what you would expect of an opening. I think if that was like the ending, that would have been a good example. But as an opening, it fails. It just fails. I don't think that's something that can be salvaged at all. So yeah. Oh, back 2018. So I guess this was like a remake. Was it remade or was it like a sequel? Okay, so the animation looks like it really got modernized. Holy shit, he's so jacked. Oh man. Oh, that was sick. Oh, guillotine. What? He broke his teeth. Ah. All right, all right. Okay, so opening one, 2018. It's a bit more. We're going back to that traditional opening with like the rock song with the screaming and all that. There were some good parts with the visual with like the mouth point of view. Like the mouth was like opening and closing, and I don't know why the point of view was there. Like, does he have an eye in his mouth? Like, what was that? Or maybe it was just to show like the point of view with how like the mouth would react when it's getting hit. It could be one of those. Um, it looks sick, right? I would just say some of the camera angles were a little too close, where it was, you kind of need to like slow it down to like see what exactly is happening. Like if the point of view was a bit farther, you can follow it more closely. But yeah, they did show the guillotine, which if you know some BJJ, you could appreciate that during that time, right? Well, I guess this was already 2018, so it was fairly flushed in the community by that time. Opening two. Oh man. Ooh. Flexibility is crazy. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so I guess this one is gonna be maybe a movie, maybe not. But yeah, it's Grand Rodeo. Okay, opening two. Um, Interestingly enough, okay, so visually, let's just say, it was just shadow boxing, and it did look good, right? It did look good. It lacked a lot of concepts, or it lacked a lot of uh components, right? There's just one character there. There's no storytelling at all. It's just shadow boxing. So that's visually, that's something you would expect from an ending. Not much content, right? The song, the song was hitting hard. There were some good harmonies there. You know what? The song was really, it really reminded me of Hunter x Hunter ending one. You had like the harmony there. Like it almost had like the same auto tune, right? I was like, holy shit, this is so familiar. And then when he went to like the growl section, there was a growl section in Hunter x Hunter as well. So I'm like, this may be. I'm not. I'm not putting my eggs in it, right? But there's a good chance that was like the same singer. Leave it in the comments if it was. You know, that would have been a good read by me. So yeah, let's check out this one, Grand Rodeo. They're doing a JoJo of having 3D openings, right? Okay. We got some second voice. I like that. Yes, this is what we like. Show us some characters, some highlights. Some team ups, yes. Oh my god, this guy looks so jacked. Oh! Dude, that looked like the old man in JoJo, the one with a dragon stand. Okay, okay. Alright. I will say, as a whole, that's probably the best, right? The song was solid, right? It had some good moments there. And I don't really remember much of the song, if not just for the background singers that something like that. You got more storytelling, right? You have like an actual arena here. So there is some form of a competition going on. And then you see all these characters doing like a little sample demonstration. And you saw like a few characters that were by two. So you see some alliance there. So there is, I will say, very minimal, but there is some storytelling there. We're starting to get a feel for the show. Because if you think about it, the last 4 or 5 openings, it was nothing, man. They're just standing there, you know, shadow boxing or, you know, striking the air, right? So yeah, that was nice to see. Very refreshing to see. Oh. Does that dude have like after images when he fights? There is a lack of female representation here, right? We got the swan style. What? What the fuck was that? He gets arrested. Son of Ogre. Man, that... Okay, so that's when it started getting insane, guys. When they started adding like the dude that got so jacked, he became... That was on some Akira shit, right? He just got consumed by the TRT, you know? Oh my god. Song was decent. I would say the song was decent. It was getting you hype, but also it was on the generic side. Not much to remember there. Next. Oh, this is Netflix. Another unique opening. We got dinosaurs. Oh. Okay, okay. So we have a threat here. Oh! Damn, that pose. All right. Oh, wow. Okay, so that was one of the better ones too, right? That was one of the better ones. As you saw there, um, it looks like dude was one of those during the dinosaur time, and then he got preserved somehow, and then he's waking up in the future, and he is just an animal here, and it takes like Baki and his crew to like fight him. So very interesting plot here. Um, but as I watch the openings, I'm kind of lost when it comes to like the plot of the show. So we see some tournament formats in the previous openings, but what is the show about? Is it just being the strongest and maintaining that position? Like, I win the tournament this year, I need to train because I need to win it next year, and my competition are training themselves, learning new skills, learning new techniques, maybe even learning new powers, right? So is that the premise of the show? It's just a maintenance of I want to be the strongest, or is there like um a real bad guy or a real plot point of we need to, we need to take on the government or some shit like that? Let me know in the comments and put some beso in the comments. Beso.
この地球上全てが俺の遊び場半端な覚悟で汚すなよ坊やリアリストキッド通りのビビリや話になんねえなんでそんなに自信があるんですかてめえで掴んだ結果だら当たり前じゃんジャーナリストキッド通りの皮肉や話す気になんねえ毒を食らえ栄養を食らえてめえの味出して決まる持ち味を生かせ One way one not away お前がいてどうしたいかだってさおかわりはいかがですか夢を叶えろそこから夢を
wow, Son of Ogre again. Okay, so that was one of the better ones, I would say. That was one of the better ones. Song wise, right? Especially song wise, there were things to remember about the song. The Yumawa, Yumawa, and there was another thing there that when it comes to songs, the good songs are the ones with repetition because those are the ones that's easy to remember, especially if it's in a foreign language, right? Visually, a lot of like good scenes as well, but we're still there. We're still in the position of I don't know what's going on with the story, right? Is it just tournaments or is there more to this? So I guess we may be done with the openings and we're in the endings now. So we're back to like the 90s. I will say about the openings, this show has a lot of diversity. There's a very wide genres that's being explored in the openings. We had some Europop, we had some rock, we had some like alternative shit. Yeah, we see this guy again. The first guy that messed with Baki. And we get a little fan service. Yeah. They didn't put it in the OPs. Oh. Free will. Oh, that's the block A. Block B. Okay, so that guy with the scar was in the tournament too. Block C. Block B. Interesting. I will say the endings that we heard there was very it was very generic as far as like 90s endings go. Like there were like some of those songs were similar to like the Flame of Recca's, the Get Backers, the um Inuyasha's, right? Not I wouldn't say Yu Yu Hakusho because Yu Yu Hakusho kinda had a very diverse endings and most of those were fire. But yeah, those were fairly common. Interestingly to note, the endings did have some storytelling there as far as like showing us the tournament brackets, right? Like I said, especially in the first openings, the 90s ones, the openings barely said anything, right? It was just working out, mostly just shadow boxing and all that. But we got some storytelling at least. The song is insane. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Um okay. So that ending that ending song was better than a lot of the openings, right? That's definitely like arguably top 2, right? And it's really hard to do upbeat endings and make it work, right? Like I think this one worked. I would have wanted to see like the visuals go a little harder because that's kind of the formula, right? Endings are supposed to be chill, but you can go upbeat with it, but you kind of have to match it. And I wouldn't say the matching part of it was too good, right? It was good enough that it worked. But yeah, they could have easily swapped this song with one of the openings, and but I think opening 2018 or 2018 was, I think the song for that was pretty fire too. So maybe they just made a call there for that section. But yeah, pretty solid, pretty solid either way. We're seeing a lot of new faces here. Huh. That was weird. Um okay, so a continuing theme here is how diverse the music is. There was like a dub section there. Not dub. What did they call that? Dubstep, right? There was like a dubstep section there, which makes sense because if it was 2018, that was kind of, kind of late dubstep. I don't remember, but yeah, dubstep was maybe around that time already. So it was nice to incorporate something new to the series. You see the characters there, and a lot of them are like new characters we haven't seen before. Um, there was something happening with the background that I think may have some storytelling aspects to it. Like I saw like a glass that was being shattered, and there was like a siren, right? It started with a siren and it ended with like the siren. So there's probably something there, but I wouldn't know because obviously. Surprisingly, we haven't seen like much ads in this reaction. Mm-hmm. That's also something to note, right? There is a lack of females in this series, or at least in the openings and endings. Ah, okay. So song was okay, right? It was a rock song, and I think you just need to like make an exception because Baki is one of those like go hard or go home kind of shows, right? Remember the opening intro? They talked about uh, men thinking of being the strongest, and that's probably like the encompassing theme of the show is to be the strongest, right? These guys who are incredibly jacked, there is an obsession with them being the strongest, right? It's not enough to be the second guy. Like always work hard to be the strongest. So it's one of those. Okay, okay. Yo.
誰もが夢見ることを諦めてしまうくらい遥かな高み欲してやまないどこを目指してるだとかどのこっちを宿命の上で炎がささきむき出しのそれは縛りと解放との狭間でただ自由にただただ純粋に修羅を求めてる Fight for dreams 壁を壊して逆境を蹴飛ばしてひたすらなりふり回す近づくためなら Pump it up, pump it up, pump it up, pump it up
Pump it up!
つくまで赤くよ手に入れた愛で強さに変えて繋がれざるものの差がに導かれるまま Pump it up, pump it up,
Woo!
pump it up, pump it up
Woo!
歩いていくだけ美しき Unchain the wall
Oh my god. Man, this was one of the better songs. That was a banger. That was a banger, boys. Pump it up, pump it up. That's what I'm telling you guys. When songs have like repetition with the words, right? Like when we think about popular anime songs, right? Let's say Naruto Shippuden, right? Um, We got the awoi, awoi, ano sora. And we got the nani mo, nani mo. You know, these are things like if you're a fan of the show, you already know, right? And even if you're not fans of the show, if you're just fans of like anime in general, these are things that you would recognize right away. So the pump it up is definitely one of those, right? If we think about let's say uh if we say JoJo, you know, there's a few things you can check out, like the Sono Chino Sarame. You can also think about like the stand up, you know, part 3 opening. So yeah, there's a few of those, right? Repetitions work when it comes to like openings and endings. Oh, we're back here in the dinosaur age, the Jurassic age.
砂ぼこりにまみれたこの世界時にしえの大地時を超えて蘇る地に刻まれた教示長く眠りし気高きウォリアーぶつかり合う互いの街へ火花散らそのエリア踏み込むボーダーかき取ろうぜデンジャー最高に恋焦がれるファイター目覚めよ今時は来たりたぎる野生を飛ばしる力が Just get it right now 破る理性がでくる Who's I now Gonna be a winner 削り合ったフレーズチューブレートその年を燃やし続けろ魂が叫ぶ
Yeah. Whoa. Okay. So that was good as well. When it comes to ending, guys, we don't really have high expectations of endings, right? Endings are not supposed to be good. It's supposed to just be a filler, right? Something to like relax you from the episode. So we don't expect it to be good. It's nice if it's good, but it's not a factor, right? Normally endings are just calm down, right? Visually calm down, right? This was one of those where they're just sitting there and you know some people show up at the end. The song was on the upbeat side, but it wasn't really trying to like do something, right? It was just there as part of like the theme. Like maybe the people that made this thought we can't get like a mellow ending because the show is so centered about being hard, right? So it kind of breaks the mold. It breaks the rules when it comes to like these themes in anime. So that's something to consider. Okay, so it looks like this is the last one. Oh yes. Oh my god, that background is just... Woo! Oh, they're eating together. Okay. Okay. So interesting. That was nice. Visuals were solid, right? As far as like ending goes. Song really stands out. And it says here the father versus son saga ending. So maybe that was the dad of Baki. Maybe. I don't know. But the song had that ah, and it reminded me of Jiu-Jitsu Kaisen. The you are my special right, like wah, it's one of those, and those are like the music that people remember, right? If you look at pop, what are like backgrounds, themes or components that people remember? What's this song? uh Nelly's Dilemma, right? No matter what I do, oh yeah, people remember that. They remember the ow more than anything in that song. Like, believe me. So yeah, this was a fun reaction to Baki. After this, I'm gonna be checking out Ipo. So if you guys are fans of that show, subscribe to the channel to not miss out on that. If you guys like the content as well, um, go ahead and give me a sub. Links to Patreon down in the description. If you want to support your boy even more, I do have like a membership going on YouTube now. It's gonna get you access to like all sorts of like props, like early access and all that. Um, what else? Put some besos in the comments, guys, because I do a lot of work here and I'm not getting enough beso. So a little. If you have other anime OP suggestions, leave it in the comments. I also have an anime OP playlist on the channel, so check that out. Maybe your request is already there. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.